Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is a Go Magic live stream, and it's always been a huge break once again. And I'm trying not to forget a lot of things to that I need to tell you, because there's a lot of things that I need to tell you this fine evening. And well, first off, I'm really happy to virtually see you guys. Hello, everyone. And so first off, um, there's going to be a Go Magic coupon at the end of this live stream for those who are so patient and so strong that they can stay with us for the entire live stream. And then this coupon will give you a $15 discount on anything on Go Magic. But that's going to come much later. And for now, well, probably huge congratulations to us because we finally released the platform. We've been working towards that for 2.5 years, and finally, it is done. I mean, there's still a lot of things to do. It's like far from being actually finished, but I don't understand anything, but it's very interesting. All right. I'm gonna try to speak slowly. But so our platform is still far from being finished. A lot of people have been asking us, like, does it mean that when you guys release this, does it mean that this is it? Go Magic is over, and it just keeps on working? No, of course not. It's just that we've completed what we wanted to. Like, this is the minimum requirement that we had for like a platform release. Now that most of the things are already functioning, now we can start building on top of that. So we'll be working on new courses. We'll be working on new functions. There's going to be other smaller improvements over the time, and then bigger ones. Anton will be working toward like integrating Go Magic and OGS in the future. You know, all kinds of things. Joseki Encyclopedia is coming at some point. So lots of things. But for now, maybe let's take a look at what Go Magic looks like right now. Let me see. Is the sound okay? Can you guys hear me? Is everything fine? Okay. I'm hoping it's all fine. So let me give me a second. Let me switch to the Go Magic website. Yeah, sound is perfect. Sounds good. Okay, fantastic. So you might have noticed that we've changed a few things for the release. So it's not just, I mean, we timed it in such a way that we've just released this new course, and we're going to talk about that in just a second, the typical mistakes, part 2. But it's not just that. So, all right. So this is the website, and if you're noticing, like the front page, the main page of the website, it looks totally different now. So first off, there's some animations here that kind of demonstrate and showcase some of the things that you can find in Go Magic, and we've also changed all of the. Wait, we've also changed all of the posters for the courses, all these thumbnails. So when you open the courses here, some of those are better than before, some of them not so much better. But I mean, we might change things again in the future. But for now, I think it looks a little bit better than some of the things that we had before. So some of the things are the same, like Choyonu's course is still the same, but the end game, different pictures, opening, magic of Go, typical mistakes look different. The Huanglongshi and the Fury of Zhou, everything is different. Now, a couple of words about the typical mistakes. Let me click through here. So it's finally released. If you missed that, so now all of these lessons are out there, and I mean, I tried to put like all of my task was to try and put all of the possible mistake categories I could think of in this final typical mistakes course, because I really didn't want to make another course on that. Like typical mistakes part 3, maybe not. So I was thinking, I hope it's all going to be here. And I think I kind of managed to do that. So if in the future something comes up, maybe we'll put more. But for now, I think that's more than enough. Like once you have the basics, like once you know your basic Joseki, you're familiar with some, some very simple Tesujis, you know what a ladder is, you know what a net is, you know how to put stones on the intersections and not in the squares. And then once you have those basic skills and you get rid of at least half, or I don't know, a part of these typical mistakes, I think you're good to go. Like you don't need anything else, I think. But of course, there's a lot of questions about, what about the middle game? Like that's where all the fighting happens. Like, what about that? What about the invasions? What about the Suji? What about middle game fighting, attack, defense? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. And for now, be careful with your wine glass. It's a wine glass without wine. It's a wine glass with, this is, by the way, this is a Georgian drink, a green Georgian soda. Pretty good. So, have you guys seen the new Typical Mistakes trailer? Anyways, I was thinking before we start any of this, maybe to warm up a little bit, we could play a game. So if anyone wants to play a game, raise your hands, write in the comments, and let's see the trailer. It's really short. So let's check it out. And here we go. All mistakes will be correct indeed. So as you can see, there's a lot of Tchaikovsky music. There's a lot of it's been a huge inspiration for this course because if you remember in the first Typical Mistakes course, we had this nutcracker who would appear and he would play Atari all the time. And I thought, hey, why not make Nutcracker the actual main character in this course? And he'll be asking questions and he'll be making jokes and he'll be doing this and that. And then I thought, well, if there's going to be a Nutcracker, then why not put some actual Nutcracker music? And so if you watch the course, you've noticed that there's a lot of all of the songs and all of the music that you can hear in the course. All of that comes from the famous ballet. So I'm not sure if we ever get a chance to make anything like this because we've just had this little poll about upgrading the first courses or moving on and making new courses, and a lot of you voted for kind of moving on and not being so perfectionist. But yeah, I'm really not sure that I'll ever get a chance to go into this kind of perfectionism and make a course with the characters and the music and there's so much animation and stuff. And so it's been a wild experience and I'm happy I've had it, but yeah, who knows? If I get a chance to make something like that, or maybe even something more advanced, I will certainly do that, but we'll see. If Anton says yes, if Mike says yes, if everybody says yes, then maybe. So, does anybody want to play a game before we dive into typical mistakes? Before we talk about punishing them, and I have a few games to show you, and in those games, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions about mistakes, like is a move a mistake or not? The last course took too much. Yeah, it's true, Anton. This course, it's taken me, I don't know, I think almost half a year. I mean, if we put together all of the time that I've spent on it, like writing the script, and working on like the examples, and then finding all of the pieces together, and then filming and editing and all of those things, and of course making the character. So all of those things together, maybe 5 or 6 months. That was what to do next. Is that a poll? Really?
Yeah.
Are there any options?
You're content, man.
What? What's the beverage? Wild color. It's called in Georgian. It's called tarhuni, and and I don't think there's an English name for it. I'm not sure. It's I mean, everyone in this post-Soviet space, in the Soviet Union countries, I'm sure everyone around here knows what this drink is, but I'm not sure it's so easily available like somewhere in the States or in Europe. But yeah, it looks absolutely wild, but actually it is not like, it's not like Coke. It's supposed to be with herbs. So it's more of a healthy option. It's really good. So, if anyone up for a game? I was thinking, 9x9 as always. I lose quickly, and yeah, and then we move on to the mistakes, because I feel like I'm not ready to talk about typical mistakes right from the start of the live stream. And oh, by the way, before we talk about typical mistakes and punishing them, I'm going to ask Anton's favorite question, and that is, what level of players do we have in the live stream right now? I can play. Yeah. Why am I not so excited, Anton? Why am I not excited? I don't know. I'm gonna give people one more chance, so it's gonna show up and play. It's always more fun playing against new people, but yeah. But if not, then yeah. So Anton's favorite question, guys, please just write your level in the chat, please, because I will have to talk about mistakes, and then depending on what level of players we have right now watching me, I will choose my words more or less carefully. So please state your level. Q, done, whatever. Just a number and a letter, so that I know who I'm talking to. If we have a lot of 5 duns in the chat, maybe we won't talk about typical mistakes. Okay, 2 done. 1 Q. Damn. Okay. Yeah, so what I was thinking, of course, typical mistakes. I mean, the entire course is the first course was meant for like DDK players, mostly for people who just learned the rules, learned the basics, and then they're making some mistakes. Let's try to fix them. And then the second course is more for a slightly more advanced Q players, like I would say from 10Q to maybe even 1Q, 2Q, something like this. Because of course I know that a 2Q or a 1Q player, they wouldn't make a lot of mistakes. Well, I mean, not a lot of those basic, simple mistakes, but still sometimes they do. And sometimes like it's more like careless mistakes. Sometimes it is indeed a flaw in their reasoning, but they still do. So I think it could be helpful. 9Q, 9Q, 9P? What? Who is that? Whoever said 9P, please come here and sit with me. We'll do this live stream together. I'm going to be asking questions, and you're going to be talking about typical mistakes. SDK. Oh, Mr. Serial, you beat me last time on 9x9. Too bad. Is there an EDA on the Kajiwara Takeo videos, by the way? Yeah, so Matthew right now is finishing. Someone just asked about the Mokazushi course, the 5-3 course, and it's going well. Le philosophe, welcome. What a beautiful French username. It's we're almost done filming. There's like only a small ending is left, and then the editing is almost finished, and the problems are being made. And once we're done with that, it's the course will be released. And once we're done, we're done. Oh, new content. 4 people. I guess I didn't see the options, but people did. Okay, cool. So once Matt is done with the Mokazushi course, he will start working on the Kajiwara Takeo. But Kajiwara is, if you've noticed, if you've read the table of contents, is huge. It's just it's like, I mean, I think it's going to be bigger than Alexander's Art of Attachments course. So it's so big. So I have no idea how long it's going to take Matt to film that whole thing. So I'm thinking it's going to take a while. So my wild guess would be, I don't know, at the end of the year. Just if I were you, I wouldn't wait for that course like to be released anytime soon. 10p. Okay. Well, tell us why you're not excited. Anton kills you each time, and you're afraid to play with him, or bored with his strategies, and know all of them by heart. Ooh. Well, it's just that me and Anton, we can play a lot of games even when you don't see us play. We can play without the live stream. We live in the same apartment, so we have the boards right here, and we can play. That's why it's less exciting. It's more exciting to play against someone new. It's like you have a best friend and you played, I don't know, a few hundred games against him, and then there's other people from other countries you could play with. So if you have to choose, you can play your best friend anytime you want, but you can play new people here. I guess you're gonna be more excited about meeting new people. Okay. I didn't get it was a joke. I thought there was a 9-dumb professional and a 10-dumb professional in our chat. That's exactly what I thought. So, if nobody wants to play, I guess I'll have to play Anton. Anton, let's play a quick game. 9x9 it is. Yeah, I mean, you should know that I hate 9x9. I mean, by now, everybody knows that I hate 9x9. 9x9 is a terrible game. It's a disaster of a game. You start doing something and then one little mistake and you lose. What kind of game is that? But it's perfect for a warm up thing, because if we start playing even 13x13, it's gonna take too much time. So come on, Anton. All right, sure. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna challenge you now. How do I do that, by the way? Okay. Challenge. So let's make it short and snappy. 1 minute Biomi. Okay. Okay, let's make it 45-second Biomi. And handicap. Call me automatic send challenge. Okay.
Game started.
Okay. Here we go. Anton. Wait, am I black? I'm black again. All right. Mike, is there no sound here? I mean, here on this computer. Thank you. All right. Anton plays 3-4. Is that mirror go? Sure. Oh, okay. Just tell me where and I'll do it. Oh, okay. You should have just told me. Okay. Is it on? And I guess I'll just take the... Okay. Thank you. Just put the mouse down. Otherwise, you can play a move for me. Wow. Okay, it's the same. But Anton has Comey. I'm white. Great. Not great. It's just all right. What am I supposed to do? Let's see. All right. How about this? How about a crazy attachment? Oh, that is Mirgo. But how are you going to respond to this, Anton? Oh yeah, Anton's just being optimistic. Oh, okay. Interesting. What should I do? Maybe I was maybe my Hane was a little too hurried. Kind of rushed. D4, maybe. What should I do? If I play here, E4, Anton can Atari. I descend and then block. Yeah, this. All right, let's do this. I guess we got to make it complicated. Okay, and then if I keep pushing, Anton can Atari, and then Atari, and then Atari, and then cut off my corner. I don't like that. All right, let's do it. I don't like this already. Complicated fights on Byoyomi, potentially, and during the live stream, not my forte. Definitely not my forte. Every time I look at my 3Q when I'm playing an OGS during a live stream, I'm thinking, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, this Atari, I have to respond to this. Will I collapse? Will I collapse? I feel like black will collapse. Looks like I'm helping white to make shape. Okay. Interesting. 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 Now how about this? I feel like Anton, yeah, I feel like you should have played this Atari. Atari at F6 was really big. Who's going to win? Okay, okay. Sure. And then this is really painful. I mean, maybe I'm going to lose anyway, but I feel like that was a much better plan. Okay. Oh. Wait. This. Oh, interesting. Wait, I was thinking to sacrifice my 2 stones on the left. I was thinking my Atari at C7 and then B7, Atari, and then E7 and capture the stone at the top. But maybe that's enough, actually. But now I'm thinking, maybe I should be greedy a little bit. Bad feeling.
Yo-yo-mi.
Yo-yo-mi! No. Wait, what if I Atari at B6 first? White has to connect. Then I Atari. White extends down. I play D2. White has to Atari like this. And
10,
10, no, 9, no.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay, I'm gonna lose this period.
4 periods left.
4 periods left. Okay. What should I do? Should I make it simple? Or should I make it complicated? Wait. Atari, and capture. Is that enough?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
God damn it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I hate this. Wait, once again. I can't read when I'm like this. Atari, and then here. And then take it. All right, let's make it interesting. I don't want to just play this simple looking variation just to give up the stones. That's not how we want to play it live. What do you mean no? Do you really have a choice here? Okay, good. Now how about this? How about this now? Okay. Cool, 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 cool. This is Sente. Sure. You have one move. What are you thinking? Seems like a forced sequence.
You have won.
What? Why? The only man who participated in prediction is who? Anton? Really? And he predicted that he was gonna lose? Ah, okay. Wait, what? Why? Wait, let's check. Wait, what's happening here? Review the game.
Review started.
Wait, so what I was thinking here is that white plays here, right? And thank you. Yes, thank you. And black can't really connect, right? If I connect, white plays here and captures. Is that right? So I would have to ignore. I would have to ignore this and capture the corner. Then you probably need to take. And then we have a problem because okay, actually maybe not a problem. Maybe I would play here, and this is kind of Sente against the corner. And if you respond, then I guess I would play this. And this looks pretty bad. But this is Sente. This is Sente, and then this is alive. Wait. Yeah, so I think this is still fine. White is Komi? No? Do you think this is so bad for white? I would probably play it here, like this. And this is, again, kind of Sente, I think. And maybe then I would get this move, but you would Atari here first. Wait. Oh, yeah, you don't have to Atari here. You can Atari here. You can play Hane. And this looks... White has how many? Like 7 points on top. White will need to spend one more move. And 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus Komi. That's like 20 points. And black has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I mean, this is a close game. This is a really close game. Maybe black is winning by a couple of points, but very close. But the other option could have been, I was thinking something as stupid as Atari here, Atari here, Atari, and then just take. But then probably white can play this, unfortunately. And if I connect, white can do this, and maybe my bottom stones will die. So probably I will just have to give it up. Just like this. And maybe like this. And then the question is, would this be enough? This would have been my simple solution, but I'm not sure if this is enough. Is anyone really fast at counting? Like, can anyone tell me if this is... who's winning here? Black or white? Let's see. I'm going to count slowly. White's probably going to get this endgame here. All of it. So I'm just going to count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 25, 7, 8, 9, like 30-ish. Black has about 30. and white has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Also a very close game. Plus Comey. I feel like it's also somewhere close. So those two results were actually very similar. Black plus 4 points, I guess. Anton is quick at counting. Maybe. I'm not sure. Because I'm not sure about this endgame here. Like, for example, white could extend like this. Can I block? What's the best endgame here, by the way? Like, can you play this kind of move? Some crazy endgame like this? And if I extend, you do this. Does it work? No, it doesn't work. Ouch. So what's the best endgame? Is it really this move? But even this is very kind of risky for black here. Black can't really play this. This is just impossible because white doesn't risk anything. White's going to play the ko and probably win it. So black would need to just probably, I don't know, play here. And then after this, just capture. Very good endgame. Yeah, it looks a bit like there's nasty Aji in the top left. Yeah, indeed, yes. Nasty, very nasty. But anyway, yeah. Thank you for the game, and let me get back. So, let's talk about the typical mistakes. So I've seen that there's which doesn't really change anything because there were some 9-dan professionals in the chat. There were some dan level players, and also there were some 9Q players, which is like quite a wide range of everyone. So what I was thinking I would show you is I found a few games, and we were going to go through them, not the entire games, but like maybe the start of the game, a few moves. And just take a look at the moves, and I'm going to ask you some questions, like, is this a mistake or not? So before we get to that, because what I've noticed is that when stronger people review games, they often point out too many mistakes. And what I'm going to try and do here is only talk about the biggest ones. So in some of those games, some of the mistakes, you'll notice that we're going to skip them, and we won't talk about them, even though those are not the best moves. And that's because if you start asking Katrain or you start asking Katago, what the is my game good? So what you're going to find is that if you are, let's say, a 9Q or someone in that area, or a 12Q, you will notice that Katago is going to tell you that, you know what? This move is a mistake, and this one is a mistake, and this one's a mistake. Oh, too bad. All of these moves are mistakes. And you just look at your game, and you just think that you want to stop playing Go, because all of those moves are just wrong, according to Katago. And I'm here to tell you that, all of that doesn't matter, because only very few of those mistakes actually matter. Because there are a lot of moves that, as a 12Q or as a 9Q, you just can't get them right yet. You will get them right eventually when you are a 5Q or when you're a 1Q. But for now, those are fine. You play that move, Katago is going to tell you it's a -3 point mistake, but it doesn't matter. Because what matters is that you don't make the biggest, glaring, gross, ugly, blunders. That's what matters, and that's what we're going to talk about. And just to categorize slightly, maybe I would say we'll start with the idea that learning Joseki is not such a good thing, but knowing a few Joseki is a beneficial thing, because when you know at least a few basic Joseki lines, this can give you a clue as to what's happening. Like, is this move a Joseki or not? When you see that your opponent just played a move and it's definitely This is absolutely not part of any Joseki. And then you know that, okay, if this is not Joseki, then I kind of know how to punish it. Because if that was not, then I know what was supposed to be played. And this gives you the tool. This gives you the, now you are armed. Because now you know that, yeah, like I have this knowledge. I for sure this was a mistake. It means that it has to be punished, or I already have some advantage here. So this kind of is the first point I wanted to make. And then from this understanding of Joseki shapes, you get to the same understanding in middle game. When you are in the middle game and you are fighting, this gives you the feeling of balance between black and white. And when your opponent plays a move that's kind of off balance, when it's just trying too hard, it wants too much, you just feel that this move is greedy or it leaves a lot of weaknesses, you just know that, okay, this just can't be right. And the second category, before we open any games, is moves that are so passive, so small, so meaningless and tiny that they kind of punish themselves. And there's no reason for you to try and look for a punishment. Because what I often see is that someone plays a move on the first line in the opening as move 10 in the game, and then his opponent will like, yeah, I'm going to respond to this, or I'm going to attach to this move or something. But, attaching or responding to those moves is not the way to go. Those moves are small and they're small for a reason. They punish kind of themselves, even without you doing anything. Just your realizing that this move is a mistake is already good enough. It's like once you know that this is slow. Oh, this is slow. I know this is slow. And then this gives you the power to play somewhere else and have this mental kind of check mark saying, okay, I have a slight advantage here. I'm doing good. So let's take a look at some examples here. But please don't be silent, because I'm going to be asking you questions, and, so that I don't feel like I'm talking to myself here, we'll look at through some of these games. So give me a second. Let me open the first game. All right, maybe. Wait, all the games are in the wrong order. Okay. Doesn't matter. So here we go. Right, game. Well, whose game it is doesn't really matter. This is a 7Q and a 7Q. But the level, the names doesn't matter. There's going to be, even, I think, if we get to it, there's going to be one of my games that I played. But we'll get to this in a moment. So take a look at this. This is only the beginning. Everything perfect so far. And then white plays here. And you're thinking, okay. And this is one of those cases when this knowledge of some standards variations gives you an idea of what is wrong and what is not. 4-4 is perfect. What do you mean 4-4 is perfect? You mean instead of this, white should have played 4-4? Wait, how do I? Yeah. Ready again. Wait, what? So what I'm saying here is that this would be a variation that we all know. This is a standard sequence. But instead of this, white played here. White played here. And this means that this move it just takes less than white is supposed to take. And not surprisingly, if you ask Katago is going to tell you that this move is a 2-point mistake. Because, well, white should have taken 2, or is it a 4-point mistake? I don't remember. But it's like, it's not a big mistake, but it just takes less than white is supposed to. And not surprisingly, oh, okay, 4-4s. Perfect. Okay, got it. So black tries to push like this. And this is going to be my first question, actually. So is this move... I'm going to ask you the same question with slight variations. Bad move or good move? So what do you say? Is this move a good or a bad punishment? A good move or a bad move? Let's take a vote. Wait. There's going to be... Mike, is there going to be a poll? Wait. Yeah. Good move or a bad one? What, if I click there, can I see the variations? I mean, can I... Oh, yeah, good, bad. Okay, perfect. 2 answers. But, okay, so in the future, when I ask you a question, it's going to be... where it's always going to be a poll. So, but for now, everyone just said bad, and you're absolutely correct. It is a bad move. It's... White's move is slow, and it's kind of, again, it's punishing itself. So black doesn't really need to do anything special. It reduces the Aji in the corner. Exactly, yes. So black's perfect move would have been just playing here and just finishing the Joseki as if nothing had happened. And white simply gets slightly less than desired, than normal. And then white would continue, but then black already has some advantage. This, however, trying to punish too hard, trying to punish too much, turns out to be a mistake. And now black is actually giving up the advantage and giving it back to white, because white is not gonna... I mean, what is white supposed to do here? Is white supposed to just play here? No, of course not. White is gonna descend, and that's what white played in the game. And now the corner becomes stronger than ever. Now the corner was small, and now it's bigger. And then, of course, black decided to block and see what happens. Now, well, in the game, white plays here, but what could have happened is that white could have played something like this, right? And now, all of a sudden, if we go back to this variation from before, black was supposed to play an extension. That's how the variation goes. But because black just kind of gave a move to white, lost Sente. There you go. Then, wait. White actually gets a chance to play here first, which means that black gets a wall that gets immediately pressured by white. What's the point, right? So black kind of could have been punished, and this could have been the right way of punishing this. Black is slow, white can punish. Now, okay, fine. But white makes an extension, even though it's very, very small. But okay, black makes an extension. This is a classic. We'll probably see this one more time in these games. But now, how about this move? What a beautiful, beautiful maneuver. Is this a good move or a bad move? Have you seen this before? You've probably seen this move before, because this is a very, very common move. It happens all the time. So, good or bad? Okay, one more poll coming up. Good or bad? Okay. How do I see the results? Wait. Everyone's saying bad, right? We have 5 people saying bad. Okay. And indeed, you are correct. Indeed. But this is just, this is a warm-up game. I think there's going to be more difficult questions coming up in the next games. But yes, indeed, this is a move that you'll see very often. But you know what the thing is that again, the correct way of punishing this, even when you see that, yeah, this is an endgame move, and even though this is an endgame move, it's actually not even correct endgame. and you would lose Sente in endgame. Yeah, exactly. You would lose Sente here. So even if this is endgame, and this is not, this is opening. But even if it is, you don't want to attach like this. Because when you attach, white will connect, you connect, Atari, connect, and white gets Sente. So you are attaching first, and then you're just going to lose your Sente. But if you just play this, and with I've talked about this in the typical mistakes course in the second section. But if you just Hane like this, it doesn't just feel so much better. You're pushing white to respond, and then definitely black is going to keep Sente. But again, this is not the time for this. If white plays this, Hane on the first line, this early, what do? Ignore. If black plays like this, we can also ignore that. And when white connects here, and in the game black connects like this, again, the best move for white, ignore. Ignore all of this because, playing here is much bigger. Playing here, much bigger. Playing here, much bigger. All of these moves are so much, like by miles and miles, are bigger than anything to be played in that 2-2 point in the corner. So all of these moves, they will finish that sequence a little later, but for now, white just tenukis again, and black says, "Oh, this is getting big." Kaboom! Invade and attack at the same time. So, what do you say? Good move or bad move? And yes, you can vote, but you can also if you want to say something specific, like why this is a good move or why this is a bad move, you can write in chat, of course. Good or bad? Two people saying bad. 3 people saying bad. Seems small, too soon, too early. Nothing scary there yet. For 7Q, it's okay. For 7Q, it's okay, says Anton, as if he's 7Q. How do you know, Anton? Is it because the 7Q played this move? Black has 2 weak groups now, Q3 and Q11. Well, Q3 is not a weak group. It's not exactly a weak group. But yeah, you're right. It is a bad move. I can't trick you today. Good. Very nice. This is a bad move, but yeah, it's really too early. Before, while we still have a lot of big points to be taken on the board, there's a lot of there's corners to approach. There's the whole left side, the top, the bottom, so many places. Invasion, like an invasion like this one, is definitely not. It's just not urgent at all. There's nothing urgent about it. So white can simply ignore it because there's nothing. It doesn't really do anything to white. So white can simply just play a corner enclosure like this. Well, exactly how to punish it. Like, what? There's no need to punish it. It's too early. It's like one of those slow moves in the corner. I mean, yes, of course you can play something like this, probably, just to separate and force black to run like this. And now black has a weak group. But there's no need to punish it directly in any way. Like, it's not like it's going to be punished and black is going to die here. Black is not dying. So, for example, playing something like this could be possible, but I personally would wait with doing anything here because I would want to maybe first see what stones I'm going to get around here, and then decide later what to do with the stone. Like right now, for example, if I attack like this and like this, I don't really know how I'm going to use my stones that I marked with a triangle, how I'm going to use them in the future. So maybe in the future, when I get some other stones around here, maybe I will play something else. Maybe I will, maybe I will cap in the future. Who knows? So for now, I would wait. Ignore it, yeah. E4. E4, yeah, definitely. I'm just, I like corner enclosures, but yeah, approaching the corner is definitely fine. approaching the corner, a perfect choice. All right, let's see. Let me just show you what happened here later. So black played quite a few. So that move at R18 was the first slow move, and now this invasion was another one. And then after this, take a look at this. Black plays here, and white doesn't need to respond. This Atar is, again, it's slow. Black doesn't need to respond, but black responds. Yes, very good from white. Finally, Tenuki. Tenuki here, and then push. Okay, respond. This move. And again, this only threatens one stone. Okay, maybe at best, if white doesn't do anything here, so maybe let's say we approach the corner. What's going to happen? Maybe can black cut like this? Can black cut? Wait, maybe not, right? Not really? No. So I guess not doing anything could have been an option. Like ignore, yeah, ignore. We could just play like this. What's black gonna do? Take this, the stone, okay? Okay, probably not even respond to this. This is slow. So just black takes the stone. Ignore again. Black cuts here. Take it. Cuts here. Take it. Cuts here. Tenuki again. So black gets all of those moves in the corner. Captures some stones. But it doesn't matter because this is the opening. Black only captured, what, 5, 6 stones? But we got 3 moves in a different corner in the opening, which is huge. And this would mean that white is winning by a lot here. But what happened in the game was actually not too bad either. So after this, white responded here. And when black connects, of course, nobody's going to respond to this. Again, super, super slow. And, well, in the game, white played here, but, well, this is not the biggest. Probably playing in this corner would have been bigger than that. And white has a very nice advantage here. I'm not saying that white is winning the game by 40 points. No. But white has a very nice, clear advantage, and this is a very nice start of the game, for sure. Black doesn't have a lot of points. Black has a very big wall and no points. So, all right, let's see something. I wish 7Qs played this much in game against me. Ha. Well, you know, they do. They do. It's just that you need to, if you are playing against 7Qs, then you just need to pay more attention to this. And again, it's not just the end game. Sometimes it's, well, let's take a look at, actually, maybe let me show you. All right, let's see what game comes next. Actually, I was gonna say my game comes next, but no. Let's go with this one. Yeah. Okay. So this game is gonna have a lot of questions in it, I think. So, black invades the corner, very modern, cool. Hane, extend, white takes the left side. So what do you think? What do you say? Is it a good move or a bad move? Take the left side, very big. An extension from the wall, in the middle of the side. Very bad. Somebody said good. Okay, we have one person saying good, and 4 people saying bad. Yeah, okay, so I'm not really showing you any, I'm not asking you any questions about the good moves, am I? I should start asking you questions about the good moves too. So, yeah, of course, G17 now. for sure. And that's the point. When you know, again, first of all, there's a concept of Hane at the head of two stones. So whenever there's a chance to Hane, you Hane. That's just, there's no question about it. And also there's the Joseki knowledge. You know that the Joseki should go like this. And if if white doesn't play here, you know that something is off. You know that this move is not quite there. For example, if you see a move like this one, you're thinking, well. No. White is supposed to extend. That's the move. But white is not extending. White wants to block. So white wants to get everything. White wants to block you from every side. But of course now, white has a lot of cutting points. And of course the correct decision here would be to cut. For example, cut here. And then see how white is going to fix everything. Fix all the weaknesses. So in the same way, if white doesn't do anything, even though this move is pretty big, it's very nice. But at the same time, of course, we just play here and we feel so happy. This is not what happened in the game, by the way. In the game, this is what happened. Also, a very big approach, but playing at the top, it's kind of urgent. That's the way to punish. Okay, there is some kind of sequence here. Now, D10 big, not emergency. D10, wait, D10. Yeah, exactly. It's very big. It's a very nice move. Opening wise, it's a great move. If we take it out of context, it would be a perfect move. But with that move at the top, glaring, you just can't ignore that place. So sometimes you just can't play elsewhere. You just have to do something. Speaking of which, let me ask you a question here. How about so there was a kind of a weird sequence played here. Okay, white gets the corner, fine. Black gets a wall. White gets a. How about this move for black? M3. Is it good or bad? And Mike, can you please give me more soda? It's kind of pushing towards thickness. What? Oh yeah, I will. Bad. I like L3 more. Thank you. Okay, most people say that it's a bad move. Very bad. But yeah, that was everyone's gotten used by now that all of the moves that I'm asking about are bad ones. And now, well, of course, this might not be the best move exactly. I don't remember what Katago said here, but it's not. Come on, give it some credit. This move is not really bad. Black has a kind of wall. There's a white stone standing next to it at h3. We need to attack the stone. I mean, what are we supposed to do? How do we attack the stone? Do we play like this? Nobody wants to play like this. Of course, we want to squeeze that stone. We want to attack from the other side and kind of push it toward the black wall. I mean, granted, the wall is not perfect. So if white decides to actually run after this move, if white can do something like that and run, yeah, I'm not sure who is getting under attack here. So, I mean, I wish black had a better wall, actually. That's why I'm saying that this whole sequence on the left was probably a little bit off. But it's still not really a bad move. It's definitely, I mean, probably even now, the move at the top would have been bigger, just ignoring this whole thing altogether and just playing at the top. So before the top is played, anything becomes bad, but it's not that bad. Anyway, now this move, I'm not going to ask you about this because even though I marked it, but I think anyone can see that this is a move. This is a move that is low on the second line, and it means that it just can't be right. It just can't be very good. Sir Mortimer. Hi, thank you for following. So, I'm should be at L4. L4. Wait, L4? Oh, L4. Interesting. Okay. I mean, I would still go for the because I like to attack. And probably my first instinct would be, okay, there's a cutting point here, so peep, and then jump, and then this whole black group doesn't have two eyes. You know, it feels like I'm saving my white stones and I'm attacking black at the same time. Isn't that perfect? But L4, possible. Not bad, sure. It's just that it's not making any points. If black pushes here, there are no points here. So in the game, black attaches here for no reason. And then there's a variation played. Okay. Now, this move... Okay, let's just skip a few moves here. Okay. More points. More points. How about this one? A move very much in my style. Good or bad? I love those quirky looking enclosures. Wait, what do we have here? Bad. Okay, most people are saying it's bad. And it is. I mean, it would be very nice. It could be very nice. Does it help top left? Well, it helps the left side for sure. Well, really bad. I'm not sure about really bad. But I would say before this move is played, anything that white is going to do on the left is going to be not quite hitting the spot. Because, like, for example, even if white plays something more orthodox like this, it's still, you know, black can play here, and this feels so good for black. So any move on the left is probably going to be wrong. It doesn't matter what white is going to play; it's going to be bad. It makes some territory in Gote, but it feels the top right is more open. Yeah. So finally, black plays. Honey, this is the game. Okay, some moves here. Kick. And this. So much power. What do you think? This game is coming to an end. I mean, not the end of the game, but the end of this review. So black is trying to attack white. What do you say? Attack. Yeah, I thought there was going to be, Mike, I thought there was going to be options like A, B, C, D, but I don't see any options here. I don't see where I could put the options. But there will be some. I like this. White can do stuff in the corner, but who cares? Who cares? Maybe. Decent. Indecent. Okay. All right, everyone's saying it's decent. And you're right. That is indeed. I'm not sure if this is the best move, but it's of course we kick white to deny the corner, and then we attack. I mean, maybe we could have attacked like this. Maybe we could have attacked like this, but it doesn't really. Maybe like this. But in either case, we are trying to push white out, get some points at the top, and white doesn't have a base. Now white has to do something. Jump again, defend, and then this move. And you can already tell we've talked about this kind of move before that white. I mean, it feels like there's still some potential in the corner. In the future, who knows? When white is out of here, maybe black could have done something. I mean, maybe white could have done something to the corner. The corner feels a little bit open. I mean, so maybe there could be some invasions, like maybe some kind of this invasion or this invasion. But now that we push like this, and black responds, now the corner becomes so much stronger. I mean, look at this. Is white gonna do this? Is this the move? No. So how do we invade the corner now? There's no way. The corner is just too strong. So that was a weird looking exchange. It doesn't really make white stronger. It only helps. So whenever you see a move like this one, well, that it's a thank you move. You just say thank you and respond. And this move, of course, respond. This one. This one. This one. Wait, and there's going to be... okay. So 2 more moves. 3 more moves in this game, I think. How about this one? White attacked from the top first, and now attack from the right. Okay or not okay? Kind of so. Just attack the group without 2 eyes yet. Not okay. Very assertively saying most people. 1 person saying okay. Bigger points elsewhere. Yeah, could black ignore S12? Indeed, he could. Or they could. And that's my point exactly, is that the game is now, this is now the middle game, right? We're now in Chuban. And when you are in the middle of the game, there's a fight going on, there's a lot of fighting groups, it's easy to just get into the game, and you're now in the game, you're excited about it, you're also you're nervous a little bit that some of your groups are in danger, and even if you're black here and you're feeling everything's going well, but it's so easy to respond to a move like this one, because you're thinking, white wants to take away my corner? No way, I'm gonna block right now. And this is what black played in the game, and this is black is 7Q. I forgot to tell you this. Black is 7Q and white is a 9Q. But easy to respond to this, but you have to keep it under control. This is a slow-looking move, and of course, there are so many moves on the board that could have been more important. I mean, anything like, I don't know, some kind of attacking move here, attack this whole group, maybe push here to attack this whole thing. So somehow attack the group without eyes would have been a much, much better response than just blocking this little stone in the corner. This is not a very big endgame, so, and it's not really the time for endgame. Okay, cool. Now, white plays here, another slow move, and this one. How about this one? There's the last lesson in the typical mistakes course is called pointless moves, about moves that don't really make you any points. It's about moves that it's just some kind of a knight's move or a 1-space jump that looks cool, that looks correct, but it's who's the leader now? I feel like black is probably winning this. White made more mistakes. Good or bad? So what do you think? The marked stone, this marked move, this knight's move into the center. Is it good or bad? Bad, good, bad, good. All right, I'm gonna give you some time. Okay, 2 people saying bad wins. Bad wins. Well, like I said, pointless moves are, they kind of look like this. So whenever you have this desire to, like, I don't know what to do, let me just play a move that looks cool. Maybe this one, a jump into the center, kind of nice, but it doesn't really make points. Maybe it's time to stop yourself right there and think, well, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be making points here. Why am I jumping into the center like this? What's the point of this? But this move, however, that was my trick question. And I managed to trick you because you see this. Remember, we just talked about this. That this white group at the top is weak, and it needs to somehow stabilize. So when you have a weak group, this move is not about a silly jump. It's about white is not just frolicking in the air. White is saving the stones, and also this move is aiming at reducing the this area, like this area that black has. Joan Seagull, welcome. Welcome to Go Magic. So white is aiming to save the top stones and reduce the bottom area at the same time. So it's doing kind of 2 things at the same time. And if white doesn't play this move, let's say white decides to, let's go back, and white takes a big point somewhere. I don't know where. Where do we play? Let's say, I don't know, something like this. Kind of big. Now there's no more invasion on the left. But now, of course, black would play something like, I don't know, something like this. And this pressures the top group. White tries to live. We push, like this. And then we maybe start playing something like this. And look how the group has been attacked. And the moyo, this huge central territory for black, starts to grow. So we let black attack it, and black just got a lot of points while attacking it. So, cuttable shape. White could make better eye shape with M13. Wait, M13. M13. Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree. M13 seems like a very good spot, but M13 is less is reducing this bottom area less. So this move possible, but in this case, maybe black could still play something like this and get a lot of points. So it's easier to control. But yeah, M13 would have been a good option as well. Cuttable shape. Well, there's no cut right now, right? There's no cut. There's absolutely no cut here. White is kind of strong everywhere because of white's bamboo joints here. So, I mean, those bamboo joints were a mistake, but since white played them, why not use them? So this move is not bad at all. I'm not sure exactly which moves Katago suggested here, but this is one of them. This is one of Katago's suggestions. And next, black jumps here. And how about this move? Bad or good? I feel like everyone's going for bad is automatically just because the stream is about typical mistakes. It's all about typical mistakes, all the mistakes, and everyone's like, yeah, it's bad. It's all bad, bad, bad. Not putting pressure on anything or gaining points. Why could be more aggressive with L12 or so? L12. Oh, you mean instead of N12? Instead of N12? Instead of jumping at N12, White could play a more aggressive move at L12? If you're talking about that, then I think L12 has a more difficult connection with the group, with the top group, so it could be slightly more challenging. All right, everyone said that it's bad. And yes, you're correct. So it's very important to make a distinction between these moves, right? Between the two marked stones. One of them was saving the white stones. So it was helping your stones and it's reducing your opponent, which is good. So even though white is not making points with it, but white is doing this move, white is playing this move for a reason. We are reducing some territory and we're helping the stones. Well, black is not helping anybody. Black is just kind of joining the dance. And white jumps and black says, well, I jump too. Why not? Let's jump together. And that's exactly what you'll see here. I'm not going to ask you questions here anymore. I feel like you're getting tired of my good or bad questions. But white played here, which is, again, fine. White is defending the group, making sure that now the eye shape is there. And black was doing so good. You were asking me who was the leader. I feel like, yeah, because of white's slow moves, bad exchanges, black has like, I don't know, a 15-point advantage. A very nice advantage. Not 50 points, but it's sizable. Maybe 20 points. But now, one slow move. Now look at this. Another one. Another move. Another jump. How many points? Maybe 0. So white doesn't need to do anything to punish this. Just let it be. Black doesn't want to take points. Black wants to jump into the center. Fine, let him do it. Be happy about it. Take points. Well, again, this move is already going too far. White spent 2 moves, protected the group. Good. Now it was time to... Well, I mean, I know what white is thinking. White is thinking, I'm going to destroy all those points. But maybe still it was time to... for example, defending the left side could have been bigger. And if it's me, again, I think this is still not defended. So I would still go for attacking here and playing here. So possibly for black, instead of this jump, actually this move could have been more important. Something like this, even though it feels like it's empty, but that's black's fault. Black built the position in such a way that black it's full of holes, and black needs to take care of that. And maybe something like this would have been nice. Now, this is the next move, and I don't think I have to explain to you that with the last 3 moves, black just lost almost all of the advantage. It was like 20 points before, but now after this, I think black is winning by 3 or 4 points, something like that. So it's the advantage just, yeah, OMG, yes. Right? This is a real, actual game. I just opened, and it's not like I chose specific games. I just opened OGS and I went to random games of random people. I went into this 10Q to 1Q range, and I picked some games at random, and here's what I found. Misclick? Oh, you think it's a misclick? So you think black was aiming for this, right? But I mean, actually, this move would have been just as bad. I don't know how this move would have been. It's a better shape, sure, but it's not really doing much. Except it's just it's building a beautiful fence of black stones in the middle of the board. N10 seemed really big for black. N10. Yeah, and N10 is, it could have been a point. Yeah, it could have been a very nice point somewhere around here, yeah. And okay, then there's a classic invasion. We were waiting for this, and it came. And of course, Atari, and of course, you now know that all of these Ataris are not meant to be played. You can just like leave it just like this. Maybe if you're really afraid for the corner, you can Atari once, but don't Atari the second time. I mean, but of course, it's I know it's a huge temptation to Atari because you know that if your opponent was careless enough, let's call it this way, careless enough to play this attachment, then probably when you Atari, he's not going to just suddenly realize, oh, that was a big mistake. I'm not going to respond to the Atari. Oh, now my 3 stones in Atari. Like, here, this is too small. Not responding to this. This is too small. It's not like his brain is just going to start, playing 10 stones stronger, and he's going to like have this 7 dawn reasoning, like, oh, not saving those 3 stones is the best option. I'm going to, like, right now, this. Of course, you know that if you're playing against someone who just made those moves, he's not going to make this move here. So it's a huge temptation to follow through with this variation, play this Atari, let white connect, and that's what happened in the game, of course, and then just get your Sente. But you should know that the correct option is still to Tenuki. It's not to finish this whole endgame sequence. Endgame as well. A probe, maybe. And this is the last move that I'm going to show you here. And what do you think? Bad or good? Very kind of black to build a fence between the 2 white territories. Yes, very generous indeed. Very nice. Yeah, black was kind enough. What about white c8? White c8. White c8. You mean like right now? Or you mean before, right? Before black invaded. Let me talk about the invasion first, and then we'll get to c8. Okay, yeah. A couple of people say, like, without confidence, good? Is it good? Is it? Maybe it is. 3 people saying good? Is it good? Are you sure? Good wins. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. E12 separates. Yeah, it's a nice little since black, again, we're using what we have. Black built a beautiful wall in the center, which is kind of doing nothing. But since the wall is already there, why not invade? There's a large gap, right? There's this weird looking gap between the stones. So why not make use of that? Why not invade there? So some kind of invasion is called for, and even though this might not be the best point for invasion, and maybe still defending the bottom could be even bigger, I don't know, but this is a very, very nice move. Yeah, we're kind of forcing white to do something, otherwise we will jump further and all of white's points will be gone. So white pushed once and it responded, and then this is a huge reduction. Now, although defending the bottom, a left black group would be preferable. Defend the bottom left black group would be preferable. Yeah, I think so. Defending the left stones, the stones at the bottom in the bottom left would have been nicer. Yeah, those stones are still they just stand there, and I feel like I'm so scared for them. I'm so worried. I feel like I'm their dad or something. But so before, for white, like let's say here, this is not necessary to respond. This move, right, c8. I mean, yes, because I don't like this shape necessarily. because it still leaves an invasion. The invasion is still there. But what is good about it is that if black invades now, we can probably even just tenuki that invasion and play here and here. And this doesn't look very good for black. Even if black jumps inside and we kill, ooh, that is very big. The whole bottom, See, wait, what? See, I'm sorry, C8. My bad. Bad eyesight. Very small. It's all the letters are so small here in the chat, and it's hard to read. No, I'm not feeling tired. It's just that it's really hard. This is a 4K screen, and it's so huge. And a 2K screen? Okay. Can we make the chat bigger, actually? Can I make the can I resize it and make it like all the letters? How do I do that? Any suggestions, Mike?
Yeah.
Chat settings. Wait. Give me a second here, guys. Let me try to because for my tired eyes, reading the chat is really hard. So much of the middle of the board appears to be dame at this point. yeah, it's all dame. A lot of jumps and keimas and stuff. Chat appearance. Oh, Mike, do you remember where this could be?
No, there's no option.
Really?
Yes.
So it has to be small?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. All right. So I'm gonna try to read the C8. Okay. Yeah, I think C8 has the same, very similar idea. I don't really like it in a sense that it doesn't really even connect this. I mean, maybe this move could be more interesting. It's kind of like getting out of the corner and trying to connect all of your stones. But what I don't like about this move is that it can still be cut, and I don't really like this cut. So, but it's also attacking the black stone. So yeah, it's got its ups and it's got its pros and cons here. It's kind of bad, but it's also good because it's attacking black. Maybe white G12 against invasion. White G12. Oh, you mean peep? Well, the problem with the peep like this one is that you got to be sure the black responds to this. And the black stones at the top are strong, so black doesn't need to defend them. And the two stones in the center, like for example, if instead of responding to your peep, black plays here, what are you gonna do? Cut? White doesn't care. I mean, black doesn't care. Black is just gonna play like this. So what happens if you cut through like this? Well, nothing. Black just gets all the points on the left, and you get the cut. So I think this peep could be a very dangerous thing. If you're sure your opponent is going to connect with this, sure. But whenever you make a peep, you got to make sure that your peep is going to be responded to. C6 looks better. Oh, okay. So let's take a break from this whole thing. Actually, let me maybe show you the trailer one more time. And for those of you who joined us at any point later during the live stream, one more time. Those who are gonna wait. Whew, good to be back. So one more time. We're doing this live stream because we've released Go Magic platform finally, and it kind of coincided with the release of our Typical Mistakes course, Typical Mistakes Part 2. And so yeah, it's all big release celebration kind of live stream. And we are talking about the typical mistakes here and how to punish them, what moves are bad, and how to feel if this move is an overplay or if it's a good move, like how to feel that balance. Kind of trying to this is supposed to be like it's a lesson that never made it into the course. Like how to if this were a lesson in the course, I would have made it 10 minutes with a couple of very quick cuts and very quick examples. But since this is a live stream, I can afford to speak more and just give you some games and ask you some questions. But for those of you who joined later, at the end of the live stream, we're going to give everyone who stayed until the end a special coupon that gives you a $15 discount on anything you buy on the website. So, but that's going to come at the end of the live stream. And now, the typical mistakes part 2 trailer. By the way, that final bit in the trailer where the stones are moving around the board and kind of like dancing, this is from lesson 5. It's called the dance of good and bad shapes, and I wish you guys could see how we made that lesson. Mike, do you remember? Mike doesn't look excited. It was like 2 days of filming. Yeah, it was just all made in this crazy head of mine, and I mean, it was absolutely unnecessary. And it's a lesson where you don't learn anything except it's just a dance of good and bad shapes, and this is it. Beautiful music of Tchaikovsky and the dance. And this was like, Mike, do you remember how many photos we took?
No.
So what you see in the video, what you see in that video, it's actually a lot of photos. It's not a video. It's a lot of photos taken in quick succession. So we would keep moving the stones and keep taking photos, and then photo after photo after photo, and it's kind of like the first Disney cartoons, except they had more frames, and we did it with only like 3-4 frames per second, I think. Very few frames per second, and I think it was around 400 photos, maybe more. More, probably probably more. Hundreds and hundreds of photos, yeah. Slow motion. Yeah. This is how video works. Yeah, it is how it works. Yeah, but in video we got 24 frames per second, and here it's a lot less than that. But it kind of makes you appreciate the amount of work that I don't know, people in Japanese anime put into their work, or people who work in Disney or Pixar. Like, how do they do this? Like, so every frame they have to draw. So much work, but amazing, lots of fun. So, someone just thank you for welcoming someone for me. Yes, Demi Skeleton, welcome. Wait, tell a joke? What was that? What's tell a joke? I have to tell a joke? Really? Tell a joke. I redeemed. You mean redeemed, right? Anton is learning English right now, so no making fun of Anton. Okay, tell a joke. Redeemed. There you go. Good. Okay, tell a joke. Does it count? The joke about the typical mistakes, does it count? No? Okay. I played my first 9x9 against a person yesterday. My adrenaline was so high. Yeah, I wish I could get into that feeling of, adrenaline rush when you're playing your first games. It's just, the feeling is magical. I've lost that feeling. I don't feel anything. I feel dead inside when I play Go. Nothing. I play a stone. No. My heart doesn't even skip a beat. Nothing. All right, a joke. Okay. I was unprepared for this. How come? What did you redeem? Where is that joke redeem thing? I thought it was supposed to be a magical roulette.
You're a master of anecdotes, so just go on.
Okay. You know that famous old joke about the it's a question. Like, how many 30 Qs, how many 30 Q players does it take to screw in a light bulb? Do you know that one? And the answer is, well, it doesn't matter because, nobody needs any light bulbs if you don't have eyes. So that's our miserable and very Qist joke. Not racist, but it's Qist. It's making fun of 30 Qs. And let's get back to Vadim. You also have points. Redeem and Anton's redeem. Okay, I forgot that I have points. I didn't know that. If I could just every time Anton says you have to play a Tenuki, I'm like anti-Tenuki. Anti-Anton points. I gotta check those points. Nobody dare redeem another joke, please. Oh, okay. All 30 Qs in the chat just left. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at. I have like 5 or 6 games, but we probably don't have time for all of that, and you probably get bored. So let's maybe one more game, and we'll see how it goes after that. So let me open the game. Give me a second. Well, okay. Let me show you my game. Actually, my game. What's happening is a small story behind the game. Like what kind of game it is. So I've just I've been practicing Go a little bit, just to kind of keep myself in shape. And as I kind of practice, I registered on TaiGem because I lost my account a long time ago. I was playing on Fox before, so I've registered on TaiGem to try and play faster games because my strength is it lies primarily in slow games. As you know, I'm a very slow paced player. I take my time. 45-second Byayomi. That's a very, very fast Byayomi. It's not enough for me. Even a 1-minute Byayomi might not be enough. So very slow. And to kind of practice and force myself to play a little faster, to force my brain to work faster, I started playing from the ground up, from 3 done, and I'm going up and I'm playing only fast games. It's like maybe 5 minutes basic time, and then 20-second Byayomi, which is crazy for me. It's easy. It's like blitz. And I'm trying to still force myself to play nice moves, not to mess up too much. And this is one of those games. It's 3 done TaiGem against me. And I guess you will guess what color I'm playing. Let's take a look. So, and this is you will notice that this is the thing with a lot of TaiGem and Fox players, because a lot of people there are very aggressive, and that means that they will disregard. They will leave a lot of their weaknesses undefended. And what you need to do very often is just realize that, okay, my opponent just left a weakness, and he was not supposed to do that. So I just separate. I just cut here calmly, and now he has 2 groups. Okay, I attack this one, and then I attack that one, and then this one, and that one. Oh, he has another group. Oh, let's attack the third one. And that's basically how the game goes. I mean, once you get into 5, 6 duns, it's not so easy anymore. But like 1, 2, 3, 4 dun, tie gem, and fox, it's kind of the same. That kind of thing. Yeah, 5 minute, 20 second, very, very fast. Yeah. For me, some people might say, 5 minutes main time? That is so much time, but yeah. So, let's take a look. Ooh, double Moko Hazushi. Of course, you know that I'm playing black here, and that's kind of what I love to do. Approach here, play a very simple Joseki, and then, ooh, what is that? I don't know, but I want to find out. And I'm playing this. It's a very cocky move. You can tell. Like I'm inviting white to say to come here and invade. Of course, if white just plays a move like this one, I'm gonna be happy. Right? I'm just gonna maybe enclose the corner, maybe do something, I don't know, here. But of course, I'm thinking that at this point, immediately, white is as all those players are very aggressive. He's gonna say, "Oh no, I'm jumping in," and of course they do. They jump in, but like this, which is okay. This is not Joseki, but according to Katago, this is actually not a very big mistake. It's just loses a tiny fraction of a percent. Not bad, because it's hard to punish here. Of course, I block like this, and then I decide to Hane. Blocking the corner is fine too, but okay. Jump, and again, the best option here would probably just take the corner, but I go for this to put more pressure on the white stones. White takes the corner, I extend. Another invasion. Ooh, so much power. This one, jump, and of course, this is exactly what I'm trying to get. Now, white has a weak group, and all I have to do is just keep taking points while the group is still unsettled. So I just take the points. White jumps, and actually, where would you play next? Let me ask you. Let me give you some versions here, some options. So let's say A, B, C, D. Can I make 5?
Yeah.
Yes. E. All right. 5 moves. Where would you play? There's a move that Katago considers to be the best, and I didn't put it here because it's not the most obvious one, and it's not the move that I was trying to. Again, I was trying to play for moyos and not for taking points. Simply. Wait, R17. Okay. M12, M13. C, separate the groups. M12, M13. Okay. Wow, not a lot of voters, huh? Everyone's voting. 2 people voted for B. Okay, a lot of people are just saying something in the chat, but not in the poll. Okay, so B wins, and indeed B was what I played in the game, and B is is a pretty good move. It's not the best. I think Katago says that maybe even here is better, but I'm not sure. B is a very nice because it's actually Sentai. It's threatening to cut off the stones. So it's building the top, and it's putting pressure on the white stones. It's not allowing white to make some shape here, and it kind of pushes white in this direction. It says, white, you need to get connected. Otherwise, if you ignore, then I will cut it off. Very simple. So white has to push, and I extend. I get my points. Now, this is a thank you move. You know, white doesn't have to push here, but white does. Okay. White extends. Now, maybe... Okay. So I blocked here, which is, again, not... It is definitely possible to just get the top, more top like this. But I was thinking, I want to get the points in the corner because I'm not letting white live easily. Because if I play here and white blocks, then white is alive. White takes the corner, white lives, too easy. So I thought, and about other options here. Wait, I didn't talk about other options. This move, it's kind of gote. It doesn't really threaten anything. And of course, it allows white a chance to, start playing anything here, for example, to make some shape. And in the same way, every other move. This one, again, not really making a lot of points and allowing white to settle the shape easily. Invasion, probably a little too early. And besides, this invasion doesn't really threaten the corner. The corner is already alive, so if white was really weak here, maybe. But white is not so weak. Okay, this is where white is starting to kind of have some problems, because when I see this move, I'm just so happy, so happy. Connect. And white plays like this. And now my job is simple. I'm just saying that, okay, white is trying to create two groups. White is trying to live at the top and to settle the stones. And my job is now to separate and attack. So, by the way, where would you play next? I'm not going to give you any points. Just give me a coordinate. Where would you play next as black? There's probably I think Katagos says that this is the only move. Mr. Serial saying L13, okay. Any others? Any other moves? Anton, where would you play? Whenever somebody says the only move, you're thinking, I better not make a mistake right now. This is the only move. I better make that move. Any more guesses? No? K16, maybe. Wait, K16. Oh. K16. Yeah, I can't say that I didn't think about that. Super passive, says Mr. Serial. I thought about this, but, my thinking was that, okay, come on. Black has these 4 stones. I have 4 stones, okay? 4 stones. If I only had 2, maybe I would think about making this move, which is a very nice connection. Yeah, I know. But I was thinking, I have 4 stones. Come on. I gotta play something more than that. I have more strength, so I should be bolder. I should be, playing a corner approach. Sure. But I felt that right now is the time to separate. White is out in the center, but I felt that this move, and Mr. Serial was correct. This is the only move that Katago suggests here. The only correct move. just separate the stones, because now the top is looking very, very nice, and white is still under pressure. And this is exactly where my heart is starting to beat faster, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, this is really going good for me. White is trying to save 2 groups, and this is where you know that this is overplay. So when you see that, you should be. This is where this understanding of balance, that having only one group at the start of the game may be okay. If white only has this one group, it would be better not to have a single weak group right now. But okay, having one, fine. But if white decides to make 2, that's definitely not going to be good. So I push, white pushes, I cut, white jumps, and at this point it will be totally fine to play something like, maybe something like this, to cover those stones, get the top, and yeah. And it's already punishment enough. Get a lot of points at the top. It would be difficult for white to maneuver there, and the stones on the right, they're not quite settled yet. But I thought, I have time for that. Let me disconnect the stones first. Attach. Definitely not the best move. Katago says, no. But I was thinking, I'm going to separate white. Just make sure that white doesn't get a connection, like this. White played another move, and I attack. White jumps, disconnect. White jumps, hane. Now, peep. Here. This is sente. White cuts, and I cut. And after this Atari, here's what we have. I'm not going to show you the whole game. The whole game ended in maybe some more 40 moves or something. But this is what happens. White has a group at the top, which is cut off. And the groups, the squared stones at the top that are cut off. And the triangled stones at the bottom that are also cut off. And I know that even if white manages to win, even if white manages to live with the top stones, which is fine, then it means that the bottom stones are probably going to die. And I know that my circle stones here at the top, they're still not dead. It's not like white killed them. And there's still an option for me to, like, for example, after this, let's say we pass. Black could still play here to connect back. Black could still play something like that to jump out. So there's still it's not going to be easy for white to just swallow those stones and capture them. So the single stone on M15 doesn't feel like a group to me. M15. Well, yeah, but white made it a group. It was a stone that was just there, and I wanted to cut it off and get the points. But then white decided to add more stones, and now it became a fight between 2 groups. And this is a picture, a very, very typical picture that you will see on Taijin very often, and on Fox as well, in this lower tier. Just play you play carefully, and you wait for a chance when your opponent decides to, I'm gonna create more cutting points. I'm gonna try to hane here and create 3 cutting points. And then you just say, okay, you can't do that. Cut. And you would start attacking them separately, one by one. That's kind of how it goes. Do you show games only in which you are not mistaken? I only showed one game. This is come on, Anton. This is like the first game ever that I show that I played and I show on stream. And yeah, I win this game, but right now I'm playing against 3 Dom players, which is kind of, the odds are slightly in my favor. Right now it's 13-0. The score is I've won 13 games and I haven't lost any. But I'm sure that once I get to like 4 or 5 done, and I keep on playing those fast 20-second Byoyomi games, I'm gonna start losing. I'm sure of that. Q8 was a big mistake by Kata, so Q8. Q8. Q8? Wait. Oh, Q8. Q. Oh, yeah, it's a big mistake. Yeah, it's a big mistake. I know. But like I said, it's there are mistakes that are like game losing mistakes that create two groups that will be attacked for the next 70 moves. That kind of mistakes, or mistakes that make sure you lose a group and it only has one eye and it dies. That kind of mistakes, or not responding to a Hane at the head of two stones and allowing your opponent to play it. That's the kind of mistake that just is just so feels so bad, and it's easy to fix. But this kind of attachment, it feels like black is already kind of feeling so comfortable here in this position, and this attachment, yeah, it's like a 4-point mistake or something, but it doesn't really feel like white has an easy way of punishing it. So yeah, I realized that disconnecting was probably an overplay, but it was just I don't know, my style or something, just trying to disconnect. Katago is just playing very mathematically sometimes, just saying, hey, no need to disconnect, no need to fight, just take the points. Just take the points and you win by 7.5. But yeah, I like to fight. So, right, what time is it? It is okay, we've been alive for a couple of hours. Don't make excuses. All right. I know. I mean, I looked through a couple of my games, and I thought, which game should I show? And there are no games that are, even though I'm playing against 3 Duns, but because it's 20 seconds, all those games have mistakes on my part as well. I win them, but they're full of mistakes. This move was an overplay. This was too much. This is my trying to fight too much. Are you going to do merch to invest coins in them? Maybe at some. I mean, I would love to. It's just that it's probably going to take a lot of effort, because this would be very nice if we could if we could have some Go Magic mugs or Go Magic T-shirts and stuff like that. And I hope that at some point we will have them. But for now, it's just that it feels like it will take a lot of our effort and all of our hours of working that we could have spent on creating new content or doing something more useful. But eventually, once we get some maybe very cute mascots, maybe we'll do some of that. So I have a couple more games, but I think you get the point. You get the idea. So it's probably. Do you guys have any more questions? Final thoughts? Last second questions? So once again, my idea was that not every mistake is there for you to necessarily punish it. Some mistakes are just the computer is going to tell you that it's a 3-point mistake, but in fact it's just a matter of style. Sometimes nobody makes, according to Katago, nobody plays a perfect game. So even if you take, I'm sure that even if you take some games of our top European professionals, and this is the best level of play we have in Europe. Some games of Pavel or Mateusz or Alexander Dinnerstein or any of those people, and those games, they're very, very strong players. And if you take their games and if you put them into Katago, you will see that they make mistakes all the time. So there's no, and it doesn't mean that they make a mistake, it can be punished, and immediately his game is going to collapse. No, it's just that it was a small mistake. It could be punished in a slight way, and it just leads to a slightly disadvantageous position for that person. So we were talking primarily about the mistakes that are really punishable. Like either they're slow and passive, and you need to just understand that this is a slow move. I don't respond to it, and this is already punishment. Or some moves that can be just, cut off, separated. Like you just feel that this is not fair. This is not fair. This is an overplay. He wants too much. Oh no! I can't let him do that. I'm gonna cut right now, and this has to be a fight, and this fight is going to be favorable for me. Oh yes. And here's a $15 Go Magic coupon for those who are still with us. Yes. Wow, what a creative name for a coupon. Can't believe it. Who made that? I wonder who came up with this name. Go Magic Live. Yeah, but seriously, this coupon I think is going to be valid for. Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, it's going to be valid today and tomorrow. So if you don't use it tomorrow, then the day after tomorrow it will expire. And yeah, you can, if you don't need it personally, if you are a member already and you don't need this stupid coupon, you could give it to your friends. You could tell your friends about it if they've been waiting and hesitating, and maybe this could be a little push in the back that they would need. So anyway, yeah. Thank you guys for coming, and we will.
Right.
I know. yes, we're gonna raid someone. Okay, let's raid someone. Thank you guys for coming, and we'll have another more live streams in the future, I'm sure. We wanted to do some collaborations with other streamers and maybe some more interviews, so that could be fun.